Well, hello and welcome to another edition of the CSG podcast. And today we have Phillip Miller as our guest, aka the Miller Man. Phillip Miller provides digital and social media marketing for IT and cybersecurity businesses all across the U.S. Every piece of content he creates is very personalized, attention grabbing, feels natural as opposed to feeling salesy. With a BA from LSU in accounting, Phillip is the commander-in-chief at Millerman Media. I haven't asked him if he drinks Miller beer, but we'll ask him. He's been in business now for over 2 years. He's a young man making a name for himself within the IT and MSP world, and of course going beyond those verticals as well. Phillip is going to tell us all a little bit more about this. Welcome, Phillip, to our CSG podcast.
Hey, glad to be here. It's great stuff. Great stuff.
Good to have you. I'll tell a quick story. Phillip is a marketer, and he does marketing. And one of the how we met is he sent me a free video. He just created a video about my company, and I looked at it and went, "Wow, that's pretty cool. I need to talk to this young man." So we did. So Phillip, where did you get the idea of doing free videos for people to get their attention? How'd that come about?
Being told no a lot. So, you called somebody up and they just said not interested, not interested. So just testing different things. That's been the bottom line of pretty much everything I've been doing. So we came across the free video idea, like how do we be useful to somebody? And then obviously it's worked. We're talking. So
Yeah.
that double down on what works and then throw away what doesn't.
Yeah, well, that's just brilliant. I mean, it got my attention. Now I'm just a small businessman, but I would assume you're getting more attention that way. Are you getting some traction with that?
Correct. So we applied that same thing with the free, do something up front to all of the campaigns we're doing. So
Yes.
even the IT and cybersecurity people, as you mentioned earlier, just figuring out ways to become useful to the prospect. So they'll give us 15 minutes of their time, at least.
Yeah, I bet they do. So what do you, in the world you live in the world of digital marketing and the things that you are good at, what do you see as the big mistake a lot of small companies make? Or can you advise about, can you give us a good tip?
The biggest mistake, by far, would be templated marketing. So using the same marketing as everybody else, but just changing the logo. So around my area where I live in New Orleans, there's been stories of the different prospects that we reach out to over here in New Orleans. I can only speak for New Orleans because I talk to these people a lot more than everybody else. So there's been different CEOs that talk. They say, yeah, we got the exact same templated, mail-in marketing piece of paper, and the only thing that was different was the company logo. So they're using the exact same stuff, and it's just completely destroying their brand. Obviously, if only one person's using the templated content, then it's original. But if 500 people are using it, and you apply that small, just in New Orleans, it's not a terribly big area, across the whole United States, it compounds and gets a lot worse.
It starts to look like, you're just another boilerplate kind of deal.
Right.
And so that's what sets you apart a little bit, right? Tell us about how you make it unique. What's your secret sauce to making it unique to talk about a company? For example, mine.
Yeah. So y'all are unique. All of these different companies we work with are unique. The part that kills the uniqueness is the templated marketing, which is the face. Everybody sees the marketing. They don't get to see, the talking to you, the conversation, until once they get past the templated marketing, which is what we do, is we just talk to you, we ask you questions, we see what makes you different, we see what makes you stand out, and most people are very different. Maybe some of the services are similar, but there's different things that people are better at, so we highlight those, and we push those to the front. And as we find, going back to the original point of testing different things, we test the different things that y'all do and find out what resonates with your prospects the most. And that way we can, this part of what Dave does over at Carrier SG, this is the best thing that they do, obviously, because it's getting the most response in the marketing and the emails, all of the above.
That's cool. Tell me a little bit about how you got started in this. Where did this line of work come from?
So the line of work's coming from doing cold calls for my dad. He's an MSP over here
Yeah.
in New Orleans. So that's why going back to this is the group that I talk to a lot over here
Yeah.
in New Orleans. Getting told no all day on the phone. I was just coming back from college freshman year, and so all the partying and fun stuff during that year. I was flat broke, and so that summer I started really hammering the cold calls, hammering all the stuff for my dad. He was like, "Look, Phillip, you got to get a job. Got to get a job." So I got a job with him, and booked one appointment my entire first semester, and the appointment, she was very happy to hear from us. So it was a good conversation. But
That's cool.
yeah, the first summer was very brutal. But then
How
that
did you? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, so that led into me reaching out to other MSPs, managed service providers, the telecom groups, and cybersecurity people, MSSPs, managed security service providers. But it's a very linear transition for me because I've grown up around all the cybersecurity stuff. My dad is very much into cybersecurity. He's got movies about it. He's on the screen. He's doing all this other stuff. We hear about it every day. I can't download anything on my computer because it's a virus. If it's the Russians, it's a virus. If it's the Chinese, it's a virus. So I'm very, very familiar with all the cybersecurity, all the technical language in terms of talking to MSPs, talking to telecom groups, as opposed to me reaching out to anybody else because I don't speak their language.
Yeah. Well, you also have a great skill set in the video side of it and how you create those. Where did that come from?
So that came from, I was playing around with some social media marketing that same summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, they technically term it as affiliate marketing. That's the term for it because I wasn't getting paid anything up front. I got paid as you made sales for whatever you were affiliating for. And I had a couple videos that went viral that I was posting. I was posting like 2 a day. So you can imagine after 3 or 4 months of doing that, you get pretty quick with making the videos. You kind of see what works, what doesn't, in terms of the mass social media marketing, which is kind of different in the B2B world, but it's similar. Yeah. So that's kind of where I made 2 sales that summer as well. So, 1 appointment and 2 sales. We're really pushing, right? And we're really pushing. And those 2 sales, I got $20 off of it in totality. So it was a good experience, though. So that's where the video side comes from.
Well, I think most of us can relate. You're a little bit younger than me. But I think we all can relate to the beginning parts of our careers and what worked and the challenges and struggles we did as we grind out our business. But I think your model works really well. And I want to tell our audience at the end of the video, there's going to be information about Phillip, how you can reach out to him. And may I say that you are willing to do a free, quick version to kind of show your work?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So y'all should check it out. Y'all should check out Phillip, give him a call, find out how he can help you increase your digital marketing with video and just the messaging that he provides. He does a great job. He's gonna take this thing pretty far. And any last advice you would have, Phillip, for the audience?
Just if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay, that's really good advice. So all y'all, get out there, have a great 4th of July weekend. If you see this on the 4th of July, a lot of times it comes later. But it is the day before 4th of July here. And check out Phillip's work. And we'll see you on the other side of the CSG podcast. Thank you.